Hello and welcome to the Dugout. India began the T20 series with a convincing 37-run win. The platform was laid by Virat Kohli and the spinners capitalized on it. Sahil, do you think the inexperienced middle order of Australia cost them the match against India?
See, it was always going to be difficult for the inexperienced Australian middle order against the likes of Ravindra Jadeja and Ashwin. The opener started off in very convincing fashion, against the likes of Nehra, and Ashwin was all over the place in his first over. So after that, Australia really settled down and they were in the groove till what, 89 for 1.
Yeah.
But the moment Jadeja was introduced, and his first over was really quick. He was firing them in with the round arm action around the wicket, 100, 101. But after that, Indians made that little adjustment. The spinners went further slower, and after that, Australia just surrendered due to some poor shot selection, some miscues, some mistimed hits. And once the top order was gone, once Smith, Aaron Finch and Warner were gone, it was only Watson lower down the order. The likes of Travis Head and Chris Lynn are very promising. They've done well in the big bash, but then against India, against the slower bowlers, it's a different ball game altogether. So I thought the spinners really turned it around for India, and that's something which Dhoni enjoys in every format.
And I think we see his best when Jadeja and Ashwin click together.
Exactly, and they were bowling well in tandem. Both were complementing each other. There was some speed from one end, and Ashwin was further slowing it down, coming around the angle. The manner in which he set up Aaron Finch. First ball he was denied that appeal because he came into the way of the umpire, and the umpire just couldn't see what happened there. But the next ball he pitched it right there, and Finch missed the sweep and he was out. And once Finch was gone, because he was batting beautifully at 44, once Finch was gone, it was always going to be down for Australia.
Okay. And so, since India, Virat Kohli once again led India, and others came and played their shots, MS Dhoni with that 6. So do you think India has done well on the batting front after it? The ODI series was good for us, batting department. Again, they've continued the good form.
See, batting was never a concern for India. Right from the start of this tour, batsmen were chipping in. We had someone like Rahane, we had Dhawan, we had Rohit, we had Virat, then Dhoni in the last game, then Manish Pandey. Everyone was among the runs. So batting was never a concern for us. What was important was whether we could capitalize during those business end of the overs. Say 16 to 20th over were crucial today as well, because India was on 145, 150 before heading into the last 4 overs. But then the moment Virat shifted gears and Raina also accelerated a bit, he was not that fluent, maybe because first game of the tour, coming from a long flight. But then Dhoni coming to batting and almost hitting 2 sixes. The second one just fell inside the ropes. So I think we were always sorted when it came to batting. Bowling was our concern, and today we were very. It was a very varied attack. We had someone like a Nehra who had experience. Then Bumrah was hurrying it up with 140. Pandya was erratic, but then there is a plus point with him. It's always good to have an all-rounder who could bowl up there. In the higher 130s. With Rishi Dhawan, you don't have that advantage, but with Pandya, he's a talent which you could work on. So it remains to be seen whether he plays at MCG or not. But then Pandya was okay today, but can get better after the first game.
Talking about the MCG, now you have mentioned he may or may not play. There are others waiting in the line. Harbhajan on the bench, Gurkeerat, Rahane if is fit enough to play. So do you think India may shuffle the batting and the bowling, given that we're preparing for the World Cup?
See, I'll think on those traditional lines. You wouldn't want to disturb the winning combination that much. But then, leading up to the World T20 and with 4 games if we reach the final in the Asia Cup, and then 3 games against Sri Lanka and 2 remaining. So we basically have 9 games to figure out the best combination for the World T20. Harbhajan could get a look in, but that depends. That will be depending too much on only 2 seamers, and one seamer can have a bad day. Nehra, the second over he leaked runs there, so it's important to have some backup there as well. But with larger boundaries at the MCG coming in, Dhoni might as well go in with 3 spinners, or probably have the other all-rounder in Gurkeerat Man who could bowl some off-spin in the middle overs. So it depends. It completely depends, because Ashwin bowled well. Had Ashwin continued bowling the way he did in the first over, it could have been a call between Ashwin and Harbhajan. But now that Ashwin pulled things back in his second spell, we may see him continue. And Harbhajan, I personally don't see him making the 11 in the next game. Maybe someone like a Rishi Dhawan or Gurkeerat Man could come in if the selectors or the captain thinks that they have to shuffle the 11. But winning combination shouldn't be disturbed as long as you're winning.
Sahil says winning combination should not be disturbed, but we have to wait and watch till the MCG T20 whether India does shuffle their winning combination. Till then, keep watching. Thank you.